Now, we've got some interesting topics today, you get me? Might as well start off with the maestro, Mesut Ozil, retiring at the age of 34 here, and announced that earlier this week, you feel me? And what a fantastic, fantastic player he was, man.
Great seven.
Yeah. For me, one of the best, if not the best, creative midfielder in this generation. You get me? Um, I remember him bursting onto the scene in the Euros. I think it was the under 21s. Absolutely lit up the place, bruv. And then Real Madrid went to come and cop the guy, and he also flourished at Real Madrid so much that Cristiano Ronaldo literally begged Real Madrid not to kick this guy out. You get me? Don't take my boy away. But he left, and Arsenal also had the privilege of seeing him play the bastards. You get me? But it wasn't all rosy at Arsenal now, was it? Because he got a lot of heat, fam. Now that he's retired, you man are saying, "Oh, thank you, Ozil, man. What a player!"
Right, man. You gotta say
Hey,
thank you.
he was a world class player, man. Allow
Man,
him, man. He was good, but it just didn't work in the team that we had at that moment. That's it.
say no, but hear what I'm saying, yeah. If Ozil was in this Arsenal side now, I think it would be peak, fam. I think it would absolutely be peak because he's created. Odegaard's not seen pitch, bro. If you had Ozil at the time that you bought, if broski, Odegaard is not seeing pitch, fam. Big man ting. Tell you,
Nah, man. I don't see it, bro.
bro. Prime
I don't
Ozil.
see it. Prime Ozil, Prime Ozil, but Ozil when it was an Arsenal period, I don't see it, bro.
Boss.
I
What do
don't
you mean
see it,
prime
bro.
was when it was not Arsenal? He still
Bro,
has some of his prime when he first went to Arsenal. What are you talking about?
Nah, man.
yeah.
Prime Ozil was
Talking
from Real
about?
Madrid. Prime Ozil from Real was in Real Madrid days, and he came to
No,
Arsenal.
but
And
he still
that's
has some of that left when he came to
two
Arsenal,
good three
bro.
seasons at Arsenal.
Yeah, that's still some of his prime, though, no? Because bro, his record at Arsenal, it was ridiculous as well, fam. What do you mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, I'm on to you already. Don't even like, listen,
Look at this
like,
Red Devil, bro.
don't talk about that man like that. What do you mean? He's Islam, man. Come on.
Ozil was a sensational player. Like when on his day, on his game, he can do wonders in it. But for me, it's like in a 38 game season, like in the league, we needed more in the Premier League, from him in order for us to get over certain humps and finish in certain positions.
Yeah, but that that
I
that team
mean,
that team that team was so bad, bro. What do you want to do? Do like backpack
of course,
and also
of
Yeah.
bro,
course.
like come on, man,
For a
you're
World
asking
Class
too
player, you
much.
gotta take the team on your shoulders, no?
What do you mean?
Yeah, but,
Listen, this is not MJ in basketball, you know. Like, bro,
man.
he can't play right back, left back, centre mid, striker at the same time, can he? Like he done
Mm.
what his purpose was to come and create, and that's what he done wonderfully. And he had a load of like let's just say average players around him, and he still shone. So yeah, come on, man, you got to put respect in the guy's name.
Nah, he was a good player, bro. Like no one's
Ozil was
denying that he
definitely
was a
there.
good player. It's just for us to get over, certain humps and blah blah blah. Like you have to understand, he was a part and a reason for some of these, embarrassing moments and embarrassing losses when he was at the club, bro. Like we needed a certain, I don't know, work ethic for that position. This is why Odegaard is so effective and needed now because he can do both roles. He can go into the 10, create, and blah, blah, blah. But it's just floating into that area. It's not necessarily where he starts from, but it's just where he got what the area he goes into, innit? And I don't think, obviously, yeah, we can talk about prime Ozil if he came into this team. If he was adaptable to play CM, hell yeah, no doubt. He could do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? But just if ands and buts in it, we don't know in it. But the team, what I saw from him, it just wasn't good. enough.
But can I ask you this here? Quick question. Yeah, like you see him coming to Arsenal. You're like, I think obviously like he was a fantastic player, yeah, but I think
I
him
was
coming
gassed when
here
he came.
like showed that like because there was a period where you man were kind of like it was kind of like that stage where you would be linked with someone that's like big time, yeah, and you couldn't get him. But when he came, yeah, like that possibility, yeah, like became a real thing now, basically, innit? Like you were like, okay, cool. Arsenal could actually go after someone who's world class here and possibly land him because they've seen Ozil go there. So it might have changed the perspective of other players around the club. You get it? Like, what do you think about that? Because back then, I didn't really see you lot really like hitting a lot of your like main targets. But when he came, I'm not saying you don't really go after like the big names, but I'm saying to you like the perception of like, oh, big players going to Arsenal, I think changed after he came to Arsenal. I believe that.
I mean, I think that there were certain seasons where, you know, we were disappointing and, you know, we didn't necessarily reach the league position or
Potential,
get a certain
yeah.
trophy that we wanted. And that affects kind of like, you know, like who wants to come to a club that's allegedly supposed to be a top 4, top 3 team, always flaking out in February, always, you know, getting knocked out against, you know, a weaker opposition. Like it was just a thing where it was just like you said, we were the banter club. Like there was nothing we could really do. Like you have to remember, you know, we went 10 plus years, no trophy at all. Like it's just, you know, we needed to get one, we got one. This is why we were so happy that we finally got on. Bro, you have to remember, you know, when I said what I said on the last pod, Harry Kane, bro, is yet to see his armpit hairs, bro. When you lift the trophy, you see a man's armpit hairs, bro. I'm yet to see that from Harry Kane. Them kind of things, they mean something to a player. It's kind of like the league, bro. What? You don't think that the players want to win this league and they're, you know, anxious to win this league. But of course, they have to keep it professional. In every interview, it's like, hey, it's on to the next game. And that's the truth. That's even my mindset. I'm not going to sit here and say to you, it's for damn sure we've got it down packed. That's it, blah, blah. On to the next game. We got leads. We win that game. Like I said, it could be 11 points clear. It could be 8 points. But it will still be points clear. And we'll still have another game to rectify that. They could have another game to slip up. Like the same way they say every week that we could slip up. We're still here, man. 8 points clear.
You say that now, yeah. But for example, you're saying that Arsenal, they don't really get their players because of the fact that where they are in the league and they're, you know, just basically their ambition is not up to par. But as a club, yeah, you man actually buoyed it because you man, for example, were attracting players like Suarez, blood. But the money you were putting down for man like Suarez, yeah, you man really had the audacity to put a pound, £1, bro, over my man's feet.
£1.
Like, bro, this is what
okay, I'll say one
like
name.
That, bro.
I'll say one name. Arsene Wenger.
Wenger.
Yeah?
I'll
say Arsene Wenger. Yeah? That's it. That's the only name I need to say regarding certain transfers and certain reason why we didn't get certain targets, bro. You have to remember, this is why Chelsea used to shit on us all the time, bro. Every transfer we were linked with, bro. Think about it. They got Hazard, we got Javinho, bro.
The boy, man.
Deep it, bro.
Nah,
for the last, I'm serious.
Nah, he's right though.
Let's be honest.
Actually, right though.
Oh. I'm sorry, bro.
Curtain man headline, fam. That's what I'm
sorry,
bro. Curtain man.
Now, bro. Think about it, bro. Like there was a lot of moments where it's just like we're never just getting it over the line, man. I mean, even more recently, in like his last 2 or 3 years at the club, yeah, he could have got N'Golo Kante. My man got Xhaka for 3 million more, but just a worse player. Kante went on to, you know,
big
lift
things,
leagues, do other things, you know. And Xhaka, hey, he wasn't the DM we needed, and we didn't have the resources
and he was busy telling your
to
fans
even
to F
replace
off.
him. You get it? Like, but the thing is, like I said, it's to do with, you know, like I said, now he's not playing the, you know, anchor of the team. You're the base, you're the creator. Like, nah, he's further forward. He's not even involved in our actual gameplay when we're building it up. It's only when we're literally on the edge of the box that
Into
he
the
actually
box.
gets a few more touches. Like, you have to remember, you know, my man's generally getting pushed out of the way, so Partey has all the freedom in the park. Odegaard can get it from the right, and you know, other things happen. But this is why we need to, you know,
Xhaka
invest
is
in the
that
summer.
Xhaka is that left side cover from when Zinchenko just drips in and
Yeah.
does his thing.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why I think that Ozil would thrive at this team now, because obviously you have Partey now that just he eats his dinner, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bruv, you're not getting past Partey, bruv. You get me? Like, he's a brick wall. So that gives the freedom. Now we know Ozil loves freedom. If you give that man freedom, blood, he will display some serious skills, bro. You feel me? And bro, like, I've got some stats here, yeah, of Ozil. It's absolutely insane, bro. Like, let me just get it up real quick. Yeah, so he's had 695 appearances, yeah, 114 goals, 220 assists, and 1,287 chances created. And that is the most in football history, bro. Like, and this is what I'm saying. Like, if you give Ozil that freedom, if a Partey was protecting him, or a Xhaka was. So, for example, if you had Partey, Xhaka, and then allow Ozil to do his thing, bro, you will be scoring twice as many goals as you are now. Well, if you finish,
that's why I said previously before. Like, structurally speaking, yeah, like Arsenal, when Ozil came there, like the structure was off. But like, as much as it annoys me to say it, like this team, yeah, and the way they've been moving in the past couple of years, the structure has been right. There's a certain balance. When he came in, he was there to do one thing: create chances and make goals, basically. But now they've got that perfect balance. A perfect balance here with a prime Ozil in this team. Like, bro, for me, Arsenal would be like way clear. Way clear.
I think back then, back then, yeah, Arsenal from the board down wasn't the best. From the boardroom was a mess back then, bro. But they had Wenger doing everything. Now we got a director of football, we got a manager, and we got them board man that's doing their job. Everyone's playing their roles, not just
it's
Wenger.
A cohesive unit.
It's
a cohesive unit for sure. Like, there's everyone is working together towards a common goal. Basically, it makes much more sense. Yeah, but obviously, I still don't know if your fan base is completely in on the Cronkies, like still being there. I'm not too sure. Obviously, maybe now because you lot are doing so well, the noise is quieting down a little bit. But maybe if, let's say, for some reason you man don't win the title, for example, like maybe that might just come back up again. I don't know. I'm just saying.
All right, but let me answer you this. We have to remember, we in January, without, Champions League football, we were willing to spend 70 and 80 million on 2 players, bro. Like, and we ended up leaving with what, 40, 45 million spent on 2 man. Like, come on, bro. Like, I have to remember, there's money in the bank.
Back then, it wasn't that. Back then, no, that was never possible.
Back then, it weren't that. It was never possible, bro. Even bidding that much for any player, like it was just like, what, Arsenal are bidding how much?
Yeah, but like you have to
consider like 40-something million, 40-something million, and
still,
that's a still blood. You get me?
But no one was in for him at the time. So
that one I didn't understand. But what Arsenal should have done was get someone to back him up. You get me? Because I want to know.
That's what I'm saying, structurally speaking.
That was our budget. That was our budget done on Ozil.
Yeah, but listen, you have to remember that the revenue, is different now for the clubs. At Arsenal now, the revenue that comes in from the TV deals, to Arsenal 5-6 years ago, it's night and day. Trust me, the TV money is flowing different.
Amazon right money. Now. You know what I'm saying? And people were watching that, people were watching that thinking it was going to be a crumble. And guess what? They sat there and went, boy, I actually like Arteta and the way he's running it and blah, blah, blah.
Bro, secretly, I think that took pressure off us. It took the pressure off us.
Hey, and for me, it's just, we didn't win. We didn't finish in the top 4. But guess what? What happened next year? we're looking Man United in their eye like, yeah. How many
We
points
here,
clear?
boys.
How many?
What?
Hey, it's all
What's
right.
that?
We'll
What's
see
that?
what
I
happens
can't hear
next
the
year, as
noise.
they say.
Hey,
Hey,
We'll
blood.
see what
quiet
happens
on it,
next
man.
year, as they
Man,
say.
punks, blood. You man, I swear, you man better win this league, fam. I swear.
Every dog has his day in it. Like, just make sure this day is you, man. Still, just make sure that
100%.
you do what you're meant to do. You know, because see that smug look in your face, yeah. I know the other side of that smug look. I know what it looks like.
Of course.
I'll
It was there.
it.
It was there only last season, big man. What are you talking about? It was there only last season, bro. I was vexed. What are you talking about?
Hey, yo.
You know what? I even said to what's so funny about the whole Ozil situation, yeah. And I took what happened to Chelsea into account and what happened to Leicester and blah blah blah. And I was like, why don't we just have no Europe? Like there were seasons where we were, getting into top four, not really investing in the team, only getting Petr Cech, for example, when we really needed another striker to back up Giroud for, other moments in the season. But it's like now, we have room for improvement. No one's really on no big money. I mean, Ozil was on 350 and Batman was on 350. That took up a lot of wages. Like, I think Saka's new contract is around 220, 225, I think. I think
Really?
he's getting around the same as Partey. Yeah, I think he's getting around that kind of money.
There's no way. Saka should be the top paid player, man. What do you mean?
Nah.
Hey, listen, it hasn't come out yet. It hasn't come out yet.
The thing is, you can't give my man big money like that because
why?
Bro,
he deserves
we
it.
all know what happens to players when they grab big money, bro.
Listen, if Arsenal don't give it to him, then someone will give it to him, bro.
Money, bro.
Partey,
so I said
bro. I think Partey
Foden's on that kind of money.
Yeah. I think Partey.
But Foden still got that potential to load like Saka, though, man. Obviously, like he's not showing it so far this season, but I'm just saying to you, like if Arsenal don't give him, trust me, a lot of like big clubs will give him that money. So, bro, like what do you mean? I think he's the best player, so he should get that money. I think so.
But having said that, I think he should be on the same level as Partey because if you take Partey out,
but Saka's the best player of the club.
Yeah, but bro, if you take Partey out of Arsenal, bro, deep that now. If you take Partey out of Arsenal, that midfield is gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so 100%. Then, David. Yeah. If you take Saka out of Arsenal, then what?
They have Trossard. They have
options.
We have options.
We have options.
Are you man gonna sit here and tell me that?
I am not saying. Okay. I am not saying. I am not saying that. If Saka, obviously, it will be a massive blow to Arsenal.
It'll be a drop off. Bro. What do you mean? Like, there's no one near his level.
They have options to at
least can fill in, but they can't. They can't not to that level, bro.
Yeah, bro. But listen to this now. Jesus got injured, and Ketcher's not the same level, but they kept the level. He didn't perform all the time, but at least Arsenal kept winning to a standard.
Yeah, but that's a small sample size, bro. I'm saying Saka not being there, yeah. Like let's say for example, Saka's like gone for, I don't know, like God forbid, like 2-3 months, for example, like during this run, yeah, 2-3 months. What do you think would happen? You really think someone could have played in that position and produced the same level?
Let me say this. Let me say this regarding Saka then. Let me say this regarding Saka. This is why whenever we've rotated, this is why Saka hasn't necessarily been in the team, because we had to focus on what the focus was, the league. Like, we have to remember, we're going into this league thinking, all right, we might be able to nick top 4. Like, we don't necessarily have all the players to, change Saka, change this player, change that player. We have to just go into the World Cup hoping that we've had a decent season. Now, who knew that, we were just going to go on the run that we went on, playing the way we played. Like,
your fans knew because they were speaking chess all season. Your fans knew. Nauseating, disgusting fan base, man.
I mean, hey, listen, it's one of them ones where you have to remember, when Man City went above us when they beat us earlier in the season, that was the first time that they were top since September, bro.
Yeah.
And who was up top since the whole time?
You man literally turned to the purge, fam. Man them was saying, "Oh, we're not gonna finish top 4 no more." Like there was bust up.
You man are wishy-washy. I'm not saying you per se, but your fan base is wishy-washy, bro.
Wishy-washy.
You lot will say, "Yeah, we've blown it.
Bro, people said,
Nah, it's
Arsenal
mad.
drop our top 4 now after that City game. I kid you not. People
That's
were
Nah,
saying
fans
that,
over
listen,
bro.
there,
that's
bro.
crazy. That's crazy.
Don't lie, Winnie. You're one of those fans as well, bro. Don't lie, man.
No,
Don't lie,
no,
bro. Don't lie,
no
man.
way, bro.
Don't lie, man.
No
You
way,
know what
bro.
it is. You know what it is. When that little Everton, Man City, and then Brentford draw happened, yeah, I sat there and said to myself, okay, Arteta, are you the man? Are you the man to galvanize the troops? Because we've seen earlier in the season you're able to galvanize them even after
Hey,
the
you
Man
know what?
United loss, even
No, go on.
after da. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, go ahead, Wayne, go ahead.
Know what I liked about Arteta after that Everton game? Yeah, he came out and said in his press conference, he said to the players, "I still love you the same way as the week before." That press conference there was genius because he didn't slander nothing. He said, "We're still good where we are. We just gotta go to the next game, focus on the next game,
Yeah, but
one game at a time."
you have to realize that he had to
And
do
look
that though.
about
It's a young squad. He had to do
no,
that.
but
It's a
think
young
about it. No,
squad.
Bro,
look
there's
at
certain managers
look at
that wouldn't actually. Bro, look
Yeah,
at.
but then that'll be bad man management because when you got a young squad like that, yeah, you slander them, yeah, bro. Their confidence takes a hit, and then what happens? It's gonna spiral. So he knew he couldn't do that. You
no,
know,
but look at
simple as
Everton.
that.
Look at record at Everton. It's not the best. I reckon Everton's not the best. Plus, they just got
No, you're
Sean
right
Dyche as
against
the manager.
Dyche is not the best.
Yeah, it's
Dyche
Dyche.
FC,
Yeah,
man.
it's Dyche.
That's what I'm saying. Sean Dyche. Look at the bounce, bro. The new manager bounce. It was always gonna be a tricky game.
Yeah, no, it's peak still. But I wanted to ask you, man, because we haven't actually sidetracked because we're still on the Ozil topic.
Also, yeah.
And the Ozil,
Yeah. But do you think he was disrespected? I think at Arsenal because the fan base absolutely tore him to shreds, bro.
Bro,
Was
disgusting, man.
even at
Disgusting.
Germany as well, bro. Like, and I don't understand it, fam.
The
The German one,
Germany's
I
the
don't
one. The German was
understand.
that pissed me off the most.
German one, I
Germany
don't
pissed me
understand.
off.
Yeah.
It pissed me off, man. I can't lie to you. I was so angry. Like, well, what's like? Why are you man trying to bring his heritage into question when you talk about his footballing ability? Like, bro, we know where he's originally from, but I think I was wrong, man. Honestly.
The German one, I don't understand because he basically carried them to the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Carried them to the World Cup.
It's crazy, man. Honestly.
Yeah, this Arsenal one as well. It was a bit like, why are you, man, going for man so hard like that, bro? To the point where now you two are enemies, bro. I was seeing memes of when Ozil wasn't playing and Arsenal lost, he'll be smiling, bro. That's how much of
football fans are fickle, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Football fans are fickle, man.
But the tension.
Right, let me say this. Yeah. Mesut Ozil, at the end of the day, wasn't the kind of player that we needed to evolve and to continue on our ascension, bro. Like, we was never gonna really be the team we are right now with Ozil either playing the 8 or playing the 10. It wasn't necessarily like his characteristics, his attributes wasn't gonna work for Arteta's system
I'll stop you there. Is it Ozil or is it that, like, as a football club, structurally speaking, like, you lot are more stable now than you was when Ozil first came in?
100%. 100%. You have to remember, there's no Arsene Wenger.
You better stop that slander, you know.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious, man.
No, but he's got a point though. He has a point though, because Wenger used to control everything in that club.
I even posted Arsene Wenger saying
all I'm saying is a big part of your history is down to Arsene Wenger, bro. Kieran, listen, I'm not disputing, but I'm just saying to you, like, as a club, yeah, the progress you've made, yeah, structurally speaking, Ozil never had that back then. So that's not his fault. He was brought in here to do a job, which he did fantastically. But when he was brought in here, there was no clear plan as to how he was going to like maximize his potential at the club, which was obviously having people behind him who could do that dirty work for him, basically. That's all I'm saying. You know?
No, of course. And that was where Arsenal was lacking and why man used to laugh at us when, Coquelin's getting spun by Hazard because he's the DM. But, like, come on.
Yeah, but Hazard spun everyone, bro. Hazard spun everyone.
No, 100%. But, this is the level of player that we were dealing with. Like, it wasn't, like, Ozil used to look behind him and be like, he wouldn't even be motivated. I don't even blame him. Like, think about it. If we had Party behind him and Xhaka, he would sit there and go, okay, you know what, let me put this little effort in because I know party's already gonna do this and that. You know what, let me just do a little. It would just be it would just happen. Like I
Boost,
don't know
yeah,
how
just
to
a
say it. Like it
boost,
would just
man.
happen. Like
Yeah.
like it
Yeah,
would be a different sort of
yeah,
motivation, man. Especially in the team that we have now. Like think about it, bro. We're all a family. Like anything happens to Saka, man, them are running over there. Like put your hand on him, bro. Put your hand on him, and best believe,
I can't
you
I can't
know.
lie, bro. The only man I really see that's like on that is Xhaka, bro. Like
Yeah,
Xhaka is
yeah.
on
No,
smoke,
I can't
like
lie. Gabriel's on
Bro,
smoke as well, though. Gabriel,
really. No, but
I
Xhaka
think
is on
Gabriel.
smoke, bro. You know he's got the
bro,
Albanian blood in him.
listen,
He's
yeah.
on
Yeah,
smoke, bro.
yeah.
Can't lie.
I've said in the last few weeks to my boys, yeah, Partey is important for the Arsenal midfield, but take Xhaka's fire out of the team, it might be a bit different.
This is what I'm saying.
There's a lot of
Arsenal's
different ingredients
balanced
that
now.
needs to be
There's a
together for the
mix
team to
of
cook in it.
the
Yeah,
characteristics that you lot have now. It's all balanced. It's all one, and this is why
yeah.
you lot are progressing, bro. Do you know what I'm
And
saying?
hopefully it starts being balanced and long may not continue.